Hey, this is Alex, your friendly neighborhood fitness trainer with over a decade of experience helping people burn fat, build muscle, and sculpt the kind of physique they're proud to see in the mirror. Today, we're going to talk about something that almost every guy and girl in the gym dreams about: losing fat, packing on lean muscle, and carving out those sharp, head-turning six-pack abs. But here's the thing: most people are chasing this goal completely the wrong way. In fact, the methods you've been told for years might actually be holding you back. Now let me ask you this: have you ever trained hard for months, stepped on the scale, and still felt like nothing had really changed? Maybe your weight dropped, but your muscles looked flat. Or maybe you built some muscle, but your belly fat just wouldn't go away. If that sounds familiar, stay with me because in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to flip that script and get results faster than you thought possible. And trust me, what I'm about to share might surprise you, and it's going to change the way you train forever. Alright, let's clear the air right now because there's one huge myth floating around that keeps people spinning their wheels for years. The myth is that you can't lose fat and build muscle at the same time. You've probably heard it before. Someone says, first, you need to bulk up, then later you can cut. Or the opposite: lose all the fat first, then build muscle. Sounds logical, right? Well, not exactly. Here's the truth: if you train smart, eat the right way, and give your body the recovery it needs, you absolutely can burn fat and gain muscle in the same phase. I've seen it happen hundreds of times, not just with my clients, but with myself too. The problem is, most people train like a bodybuilder but eat like they're on a crash diet. Or they train like an endurance athlete but eat like a powerlifter. Both approaches send mixed signals to your body, and you end up with poor results. Think of your body like a GPS. You have to give it one clear destination. If you tell it, burn fat and keep building muscle through the right combination of resistance training, nutrition, and progressive overload, it knows exactly what to do. And here's the kicker: you'll actually look better, much faster, when you combine these strategies instead of doing long, separate phases. In a moment, I'll break down the exact training approach that lets you torch fat without sacrificing your hard-earned muscle, and it's a lot simpler than you might think. The first thing you need to understand is this: fat loss isn't just about eating less and doing more cardio. If you cut calories too aggressively, your body starts burning muscle tissue for energy, and that's the last thing we want. The goal is to create a calorie deficit that's big enough to burn fat, but small enough to keep your muscles fueled and growing. Here's how I get my clients started. First, we keep strength training as the foundation. 3 to 5 days a week of heavy compound lifts like squats, deadlifts, presses, and rows. These exercises tell your body, hey, we still need this muscle, don't get rid of it. Second, we add short, intense cardio sessions, things like HIIT sprints or circuit training 2 or 3 times a week. These boost your metabolism without eating into your recovery. Third, protein is your best friend. Aim for at least 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight daily. This not only helps you maintain muscle while cutting, but also keeps you fuller for longer, making it easier to stay on track. And here's a little trick: cycle your carbs around your workouts. Have more carbs before and after training for energy and recovery, and keep them lower on rest days. It's a smart way to fuel performance while still keeping overall calories in check. Stick with this approach, and you'll notice something amazing: you'll be getting leaner, but your muscles will still be full and strong. Here's the truth about building muscle: it's not just about lifting heavy weights, it's about lifting smart and pushing your body to adapt every single week. Most people walk into the gym, do the same exercises with the same weights for months, and then wonder why nothing changes. Your body only grows when you give it a reason to. That reason is called progressive overload. Progressive overload simply means gradually increasing the stress you place on your muscles over time. This could be adding more weight to the bar, doing more reps, improving your form, or even shortening rest times. Each of these forces your muscles to adapt and grow stronger. But here's where most people mess up: they either lift too heavy with poor form, risking injury, or they lift too light and never challenge their muscles enough. The sweet spot: train with weights that make the last 2 reps of every set feel challenging but still doable with good form. That's how you trigger growth without wrecking your joints. Recovery is also a huge piece of the puzzle. If you're not sleeping at least 7 to 8 hours a night, your muscles won't have the time they need to repair and grow. And remember, muscle growth happens outside the gym when you're resting, not while you're lifting. Combine progressive overload, proper form, and solid recovery, and you'll be amazed at how quickly your physique transforms. Training is the spark. Nutrition is the fuel, and without the right fuel, you'll never see the results you want. Here's the thing: most people either undereat and lose muscle, or overeat and gain more fat than muscle. The goal is balance, and that starts with knowing your numbers. First, figure out your maintenance calories, the amount your body needs to maintain its current weight. Then, create a small calorie deficit for fat loss, or a slight surplus if you're focusing more on muscle gain. We're talking 300 to 500 calories either way, not extreme changes. Protein should be your top priority. Aim for roughly 1 gram per pound of body weight each day. This not only supports muscle repair and growth, but also keeps your metabolism high. Next, healthy fats. Think nuts, olive oil, avocado help with hormone production, which is crucial for both fat loss and muscle gain. Carbs are your body's main source of energy for training. Don't fear them. Instead, time them smartly. Have the majority of your carbs around your workouts to power your training and aid recovery. Hydration is also massively underrated. Muscles are about 75% water, so even mild dehydration can hurt your performance and recovery. Aim for at least 3 liters a day. If you nail your nutrition, your training results will skyrocket. Ignore it, and you'll always be stuck wondering why your hard work isn't paying off. Let's be clear, everyone has abdominal muscles. The reason you can't see them isn't because they're not there, it's because they're hidden under a layer of body fat. You can do crunches all day long, but if your body fat percentage is too high, those abs will never show. So the first rule of getting a six-pack is this: focus on lowering your overall body fat through a smart combination of diet, resistance, training, and cardio. For most men, ABS start to become visible around 12 to 15% body fat, and for women, around 18 to 22%. But here's where it gets interesting. Training your abs directly still matters. Strong abs not only look better when they do show, but they also improve your posture, protect your lower back, and make you stronger in almost every other lift. When it comes to AB training, variety is key. Mix in exercises that hit all sections of your core: the upper abs, lower abs, and obliques. Think hanging leg raises, cable crunches, and side planks. And don't just rush through them. Focus on squeezing and controlling the movement. One more thing: spot reduction is a myth. You can't burn belly fat by only doing AB workouts. The fat comes off in the order your body decides, and the only way to speed it up is by staying consistent with your overall training and nutrition. Stick to this formula, and the day will come when you catch your reflection and see those abs staring back at you. Even the most motivated people can sabotage their own results without realizing it. One of the biggest mistakes I see is program hopping, switching workouts every 2 weeks because you think something else will work faster. The truth is, your body needs time to adapt, and real results come from sticking to a solid plan for months, not days. Another killer mistake is overtraining. More isn't always better. If you're in the gym 7 days a week, hammering weights and doing endless cardio, your body never gets a chance to recover. This leads to stalled progress, constant fatigue, and even injury. Then there's the nutrition trap. People train hard but think they can out-exercise a poor diet. If you're eating junk food regularly, your body composition won't improve, no matter how hard you train. A lot of people also skip proper form to lift heavier weights. Yes, lifting heavy is important, but sacrificing form not only limits muscle growth, it's an injury waiting to happen. Lastly, inconsistency is the ultimate progress killer. Missing workouts, constantly changing calorie intake, or skipping sleep will all slow you down. Remember, building your dream body is like building a house. You have to lay bricks every single day. Avoid these mistakes, and you'll already be ahead of most people in the gym. In the next part, I'm going to share a personal transformation story that will show you exactly what's possible when you get things right. A few years ago, I met a client named Mark. He was 32, working long hours, stressed out, and frustrated with his body. He'd tried every fad diet and random workout plan he could find online, but nothing stuck. He told me he wanted to lose fat, build muscle, and get visible abs, but deep down, he didn't really believe it was possible for him. We started simple 3 strength training sessions a week, short bursts of cardio, and a nutrition plan built around real, whole foods. No starvation diets, no crazy supplements. The first 2 weeks were tough. He was sore, tired, and tempted to quit, but I kept reminding him why he started and what was waiting on the other side. By the 3-month mark, Mark had dropped 20 pounds of fat, gained muscle, and for the first time in years, felt confident taking his shirt off at the beach. 6 months in, he had the six-pack he thought he'd never see. His secret: consistency. He didn't chase quick fixes, he showed up, followed the plan, and trusted the process. And that's exactly what I want for you. Alright, let's wrap this up. We started with the truth that you can lose fat and build muscle at the same time if you train smart, eat right, and recover well. We busted the myth that you need to do long, separate phases, and instead focused on a balanced approach. We talked about creating a calorie deficit without losing muscle, using strength training as your foundation, and timing your carbs for energy and recovery. We covered progressive overload for faster muscle growth, proper nutrition to fuel your progress, the science behind getting visible ABS, and the big mistakes that hold people back. Now here's my final advice: stop looking for shortcuts and commit to the process. Your dream body isn't built in a week, a month, or even a few months. It's built by showing up, day after day, making small, consistent improvements. Keep your training intense, your nutrition clean, your recovery solid, and your mindset positive. If you do that, not only will you lose fat, build muscle, and carve out those abs, but you'll also feel stronger, healthier, and more confident than ever before. Now go make it happen, and remember, I'll be right here to guide you every step of the way.